Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunda Bihari. Gopi Janna Vallabha Giri Varadari, Gopi Janna Vallabha Giri Varadari, Shodhanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yamunati Vanachari. Madhava, Jaya Kunda Bihari. Madhava, Jaya Kunda Bihari. Gopi Janna Vallabha Giri Varadari, Gopi Janna Vallabha Yashodhanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yamunati Vanachari. Yamunati Vanachari. Prabha Jaya Kunja Hare. Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pravarajikacharya Ashtottara की जयंतरा श्रीमद् भगवद गीता तक आका की गौरा Premanande. Sláva všetkým prítomným. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to Shri Guru Shatnanga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we will read from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. Chapter 13, text 17, 20, 27. So we read Sanskrit and translation together. Text 17. Avibhaktam chabhuteshu vibhaktam ivachastitam bhuta bhartharir chatagneyah granishu prabha vishnucha. Translation. Although the supersoul appears to be divided, he is never divided. He is situated as one. Although he is the maintainer of every living entity, it is to be understood that he devours and develops all. Text 18. Joshitam apitaj joshti tamasach parauchyate gnanam gneyam gnana gamyam hridi sarvasya ishtitam. He is the source of light in all luminous objects. He is beyond the darkness of matter and is unmanifested. He is knowledge, he is the object of knowledge, and he is the goal of knowledge. He is situated in everyone's heart. Text 19. Iti kshetran tatta jnanam gneyam choktum samasatah madbhakta etad vijnaya madbhava yopada papadyate. Thus the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. Text 20. Prakritim purusham chaiva vidhi anadi ubhavapi vikaramscha gunamschaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavam. Material nature and the living entities shall be understood to be beginningless. Their transformation and the modes of matter are products of material nature. Text 21. Karya karana kartritve hetuh prakriti uchyate purushak sukha dukhanam bhokritve hetur uchyate. Nature is said to be the cause of all material activities and effects, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyment in this world. Text 22. Purushah prakritistho hibhunkte prakriti jangunan karmananguna sangosya sat asadyo nijanmashu. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. It is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil amongst various species. Text 23. Upadrushta numanta cha bharta bhukta maheshvara paramatmeti chapyukto dehesmin purushah param. Yet in this body there is another, a transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the supreme proprietor, who exists as the overseer and permitter, and who is known as the super soul. Yaimam veti purusham prakritin cha gunaiksaha sarvatma vartmano pina sabhuyo bhijayate. One who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, the living entity, and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. He will not take birth here again, regardless of his present position. Text 25. Dhyananatmani pashyati kechit atmanam atmana anye sakyena yogena karma yogena chapare. The super soul is perceived by some through meditation, by some through the cultivation of knowledge, and by others through working without fruitive desires. 26. Anye tvevam ajanatah sharutvanebhya upasate tepi chati tarantyeva mrityur shruti parayanah. Again, there are those who, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, being to worship the Supreme Person upon hearing about him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authorities, they also transcend the path of birth and death. Text 27. Yavat sanjayate kinchit satvan sthavara jangaman kshetra kshetragnya samyoga tadvidhi bharatarshabha. O chief of the Bharatas, whether you see in existence both moving and non-moving is only the combination of the field of activities and the knower of the field. So, we come back to text 19. So I will read the verse and the translation and then purport, and trying then to give some explanation. Iti kshetram tatta jnanam jnanam choktrum samasatah madbhakta etad vijnaya mad bhava yupapadyate. Thus the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotee can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay. The Lord has been describing in summary the body, knowledge, and the knowable. This knowledge is of three things: the knower, the knowable, and the process of knowing. Combined, these are called Vijnanam, or the science of knowledge. Perfect knowledge can be understood by unalloyed devotees of the Lord directly. Others are unable to understand. The monist says that the ultimate stage, these three items become one, but knowledge means understanding. The monists say that the ultimate stage, these three items become one, but the devotees do not accept this. Knowledge and the development of knowledge mean understanding oneself in Krishna consciousness. We are being led by material consciousness, but as soon as we transfer all consciousness to Krishna's activities and realize that Krishna is everything, then we attain real knowledge. In other words, knowledge is nothing but the preliminary stage of understanding devotional service perfectly. Om Ajnanati Menandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumritamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Asadi Guru Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I pick up this verse from all these verses because Lord Krishna says here that only my devotees can understand this. Through holy and thus attend to my nature. So the Lord here describes, like Prabhupada mentioned, the summary, the body, the knowledge, and the knowable. So this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita can be understood only by the persons which actually try to follow the principles of Bhagavad Gita. So it means devotees of the Lord. Because if you try to understand Bhagavad Gita like just by philosophical understanding, just by the knowledge, it's not possible. Because Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita in which way he can be understood. Bhaktya ma vijanati yavaniyashasmi tattva. Only by devotional by devotional service. So even we can read the pages and everything, we can trying to understand, but without be engaging in the devotional service, the secret of Bhagavad Gita will be hidden. And therefore we can see that, like Prabhupada, when he came on West, there were already, I don't know, 600 Bhagavad Gitas or something like this translated. But no devotee. No devotee. And Prabhupada brings the Bhagavad Gita, therefore it's called as it is, that, actually just only from this one book people became devotees. And it's therefore that there is the merciful purpose of Srila Prabhupada, because we can the verses we can try to understand in our limited brains, but by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada we can go deeper and understand these verses according to the system of parampara. But still we can see even there are a purpose of Srila Prabhupada. Still we are speculating. still we have problem to accept it and applying in our life actually. And Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here in the purport that Krishna is everything, and then we attain real knowledge. In other words, knowledge is nothing but the preliminary stage of understanding devotional service perfectly. It's a very wonderful sentence that just knowledge is not enough. It is just before the devotional service. And so on the pages of Bhagavad Gita, we can see how important is to understand the value of devotional service. It's not a cheap thing, and that living entities which take the process of devotional service, they are very rare in one sense. We can see, like Bhagavad Gita states, that from many millions of people, only few knew the truth. And from thousands of these, which actually came to the truth, just only few can know me in the truth. Krishna is saying like this. And we can see that many people like Krishna consciousness or principles of Krishna consciousness, but how many of all these people are really taking into their life the Krishna consciousness? Because what actually means Krishna consciousness, usually there are like two viewers, or from two perspectives are devotees accepting Krishna consciousness. One is that I have my life and Krishna consciousness is a part of my life. But we must come to that understanding that Krishna consciousness is the life. And we have some material duties. So but they say, you can, this both can do like the same activities on external point. But what is important is the internal, the internal vision, how we looks on the things. What is our intention? Is the intention. If we have intention to please the Lord, then we are safe. But if we have intention to please ourselves and use for it the Krishna consciousness, so we will be not successful. So these are little soft things, but we must understand very clearly that actually this is the what is Prabhupada giving us. He is giving us that understanding that actually Krishna consciousness is everything what it is, what can be. Yeah? Nothing else except Krishna consciousness doesn't exist for a pure devotee. But we in our conditioned state, we still make differences, I and my, and this and that. But we should start to look on things like is looking Krishna and pure devotee. And this is, therefore it's written here that perfect knowledge can be understood by the unalloyed devotees of the Lord directly. Others are unable to understand. So these are very powerful sentences, very powerful purport here. Prabhupada mentioning that actually all this Krishna consciousness is like for Paramahamsas. The devotees on the topmost stage. But this doesn't mean that we cannot get from it something, or we can, if we are following in the footsteps of such great personalities, so by their mercy, by their guidance, we can come to the stage of this unalloyed devotion, to the perfect stage of Paramahamsa. Everyone of us can be pure devotee. It's not something imagination, or that we cannot touch, get to that point. And we can reach it, actually, in this life. This is what Prabhupada is giving us, that we can go back home in this life. This is the special significance of this Krishna consciousness movement. In all pages Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, Prabhupada stressed again and again that we should achieve it in this life. So we should act in such a way that in this life we are going back home, back to God. Not waiting for the next life. So I will do nice Krishna consciousness, a little bit here and a little bit there, and I will go, and next live I will finish it, you know. Like when we meet people on the street, I will read when I will be in the, when I will be old, when I will have no work, then I will read. No, never read. Because this is the thing, like Krishna is saying in the, I think, 8th chapter, that whatever we are thinking in the what is the verse? Yam yam va pismaran bhavante jante kalaran tam tam evaiti kante asaratat bhavita. Whatever stage of being one remembers when he quit his body, that state he will attain without fail. Now, how we can think on the Lord on the end of the life if we are not thinking on Him through the life? It's impossible. So therefore we are practicing. We are trying to go deep in our Krishna consciousness, in a remembering of the Lord, in speaking about the Lord, and in this way the Lord can reveal us on the end of our life and help us. But if we are doing all nonsense, and so what is the chance that we will remember the Lord? I was just recently thinking about my life, and I came to Krishna consciousness when I was 20, and so now I'm 51. So it means I'm already most of my time trying to be Krishna conscious. So I was so happy about this. Hopefully I will, like 20 years usually takes man to be an adult, to be, like something to think about things. And from my experience, it takes also to me, to think, like 20 years to not be like a child. Start to thinking a little bit more seriously about things and go more deeper, and so it takes time. So we shall be tolerant and just keeping going on in Krishna consciousness. Don't give it up because of some flickering ideas, temporary. And then we can understand Bhagavad Gita. It's very easy. Maybe there are some questions or comments.
On the point of going deeper in our sadhana, on how we perceive things on a daily basis, you said time is a big factor to go deeper, but is there anything that you recommend that we can do now to go deeper into this?
Yeah, we shall just continue in these things which we are doing. Like Prabhupada give us process which can make a devotee even from persons like I am. It's unbelievable. He, like, we can see, like, in the life of Prabhupada, he came to Bowery in where is it, in New York? Yeah, in New York, the lowest, persons to was he preaching, just this, by this process of chanting of the holy name attentively, we can do progress. Like this is the thing, sometimes we are thinking that we shall do this special, something, and this something special that we can make progress. But actually, only thing by which we are doing progress is the chanting of the holy name. All the other things are just helping to chant the holy name. But sometimes we are missing this point. And we are trying to concentrate, to do some tapasya and, not eating, or just, be very austere or to just get the knowledge from the books, But we miss the point. We are doing progress by the chanting of the holy name. So we shall put our focus on the chanting and be conscious by the chanting of the holy name. To chant properly, to hear the holy name, proper mantra, proper pronunciation, everything. I remember when I was here before, 15 or 16 years, we were with Guru Maharaj, went to Chicago to Ratha Yatra. And on the way there, he was teaching us how to chant Mahamantra. And he said that this way, how he was teaching us, was Srila Prabhupada was teaching him. So I get this his instruction very to my heart, and even the way how he was showing me, it was unnatural for me. But I accepted it, and actually it's make my whole life, whole spiritual life more easier, because I was able to go more deeper to the chanting and to get something, even I'm low class man. So just by the practice, the proper practice of chanting of the holy name, we can do progress. It's just so easy. Like Prabhupada said, just chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Nothing special. But we want something special because we are thinking and we are special, like there is the story with Prabhupada that I doesn't know to whom he's saying, but somebody was thinking about himself, that how he is special, but Prabhupada told him, you are special in nothing. Yes, we are just servant of the Lord. But also on the other occasion, some other devotee have different moves. I mean, it was Satsvarup, and he was thinking that he is just nothing. And Prabhupada told him, no, you are special. Because on the other sides, every devotee is special, have a special relationship with the Lord. So, but we shall not be on the false ego that we shall thinking ourselves that we are special. So, I don't know. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. How can we cultivate humility and tolerance?
Excuse me, can you repeat?
How can we cultivate humility and tolerance?
Humility and tolerance. Yes. When I will be humble, so I will say. Tolerance is more easy. Yes, we shall take example from Lord Chaitanya's verse Trinadapi Terarapi Sayashna Amani Namanana Kirtanyak that we shall be tolerant than a tree, than a grass, and humble as a tree. Yes, and to be able to give respect to the others. Then we can chant the holy name all the time. So, yes, just I think the last night there was in this verse 8 to 13 was where this Prabhupada mentioned what is humility and simplicity, steadiness, non-violence, Tolerance. Okay, so we can read from Prabhupada. Tolerance means that one shall be practiced to bear insult and dishonor from others. If one is engaged in the advancement of spiritual knowledge, there be so many insult and much dishonor from others. This is expected because material nature is so constituted. Even a boy like Prahlad, who only 5 years old was engaged in the cultivation of spiritual knowledge, was endangered when his father became antagonistic to his devotion. The father tried to kill him in so many ways, but Prahlad tolerated him. So, for making advancement in spiritual knowledge, there may be many impediments, but we shall be tolerant and continue our progress with determination. As once I was on Simhachalam and there was Bhaktivedanta Maharaj and Sachinandana Maharaj and Ritu Prabhu. And they are devotees just from the beginning, like big personalities, and they were asking them, how is this they don't live? They just continue in the Krishna consciousness. And they, you know what they say? We are just staying. We just not left. They are just not living. So we shall just stay. It's just so simple. Just stay in Krishna consciousness. Stay somewhere in order to be engaged in devotional service. This, and then when we stay, so we automatically develop tolerance. Like on a Sankirtan, when you are distributing books, so many people saying no time, no. But you are tolerant, and you are continuing, and you are expecting the Lord's mercy. It's come. So in this same way, we can practice this tolerance. Yes, and humility. Also, Prabhupada, I think here in this purport is saying false ego, detachment, yes, beginning from practicing humility up to the point of realization of the Supreme Truth, the Absolute Personality of Godhead. No, it should be in the beginning. I think humility was the... Yeah. As for the knowledge outlined here, yes, humility means that one shall not be anxious to have the satisfaction of being honored by others. The material conception of life makes us very eager to receive honor from others, but from the point of view of a man in perfect knowledge who knows that he is not this body, anything, honor or dishonor pertaining to this body is useless. One shall not be hankering after this material deception. Yes, so it's not so easy to not awaiting to be honored from others. We just want to be that people acknowledge us, that they take us with respect, we have this, and but we shall not show hankering for it, and humility also means that we accept that there is somebody higher on us, that we are not the best. This is the first qualification, also by the accepting of the Guru, that we must accept him that he is higher in position than we are. Otherwise, there's no use to accept a guru. If we are thinking, oh, he's so like me, then we are not able to teach anything from him. So, like the example of Lord Chaitanya, which gives, humility, like the grass, somebody is stepping on our head. It's like that. It's when you are humble, then you can survive. But when you are puffed up, like also Sankirtan is a very good example. If you are not humble on the Sankirtan, you cannot stay there. You're not able. They will just go through you, through your false ego. But when you are humble, so you can actually, you can stay there, and the people are attracted to you. You even doesn't need to say them so much. They even sometimes they will came to you without you are asking them. It happens. Because you understand you are just a servant there, and you just try to do your duty. And people can feel when you are in that humble state of mind. And also people feel when you are puffed up, and they let you know it. They know. We shall not think that people doesn't feel our emotions or where is our consciousness, We shall not think that just we know these things. People usually know. And Krishna is showing us through the people if we are not proper consciousness. That we shall, like when you are attached to the result, what happens on book distribution? Now, what people are saying to you? Now, I have no time. Because you are attached, you want quick results, but they doesn't have time. So you must slow down your consciousness. you should stop, okay, Krishna. Okay, cool down. Now I'm starting again, very humbly. Please. You understand? So Krishna is reflecting us, saying us through the many, for the people, from devotees, especially devotees, when they are saying us, it's usually something valuable. So we shall try to hear what Krishna wants to say us, not the way how it's saying it, It's not important, but what he is saying. Because sometimes, somebody come to us and say just watch this, and we are feeling, oh, what is he doing? How he can say to me like this? He doesn't know who I am, and we are not able to accept the instruction. And when we are doing this, washing the floor, we are just crazy, or always thinking on the person, We need just somebody came to us and say, oh, Prabhu, you are so wonderful. You are my master. You are everything. And I'm nothing. I have this thing for you. Will you be so pleased to do this thing? I will be so happy, Can you just do it, We need to hear like this. It's like this. But he's saying the same thing, just wash the floor. Instruction like instruction. But our false ego want to hear in some way, Like also in Bhagavad Gita, we hear, all the things like, really, sometimes very, really heavy. And we shall just accept it. Just take it, okay? It is like this. Okay, I'm a rascal. I'm full of number one. I'm not able to take it. But it is like this. and I shall come to the stage to understanding that I shall accept it like this. So, and in this way, we can understand the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. When we will speculate, and it's possible. Maybe I come to another aspect. Sorry for that. Maybe Mataji, maybe you have some question. No? Something else, somebody? Okay, thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is key.